This platform is used to unite people and to be able to bring people together with their creativity, with their talents, and to be able to use this moment to do that. And I think artists in the past have done that. I think Bad Bunny understands that, and I think he'll have a great performance.
Used to unite people. Bad Bunny is a rapper who sings in a foreign language, who wears dresses on stage, who kisses men on stage, and will definitely say something negative about Donald Trump or ICE or both when he performs at the Super Bowl halftime show on Sunday. And if he doesn't, anti-Trump Green Day will say something during the pregame show where they're performing. So if you are looking for a pro-America halftime show alternative, turn off the Super Bowl at halftime and turn on the Turning Point USA All-American halftime show featuring headliners like Kid Rock, Brantley Gilbert, and our next guest, country music superstar Lee Brice, who joins us now. Lee, it's great to have you on. And I guess my first question is, what does it tell you that we now live in a country where we need an alternative to the Super Bowl halftime show?
Well, you know, I don't know, that we need it, but if we want it and we want to, like, be able to go watch something else, then we should be able to do that. You know, I didn't get asked to play the Super Bowl itself, so I'm so excited to be able to hang out with my good buddies Brantley and Kid Rock and have a great time there.
Green Day is going to be doing the pregame performance, and to me, I want to play you this. It just comes down to judgment from people like Roger Goodell, who run the NFL with an iron fist. Here's Green Day on what they think about America.
America, I'm renouncing my citizenship. I'm too much stupid in the world to go back to that miserable excuse for it.
All right, so essentially F America for a band that's going to be performing at the biggest event that we put on in America.
Football is, to me, it's, you know, I grew up, you know, family and football and God and America. And so what I heard there didn't sound like that, but it's kind of a shock to me to hear that because it is the 250th anniversary of our country's birthday, and our country, the greatest country in the world, we all get to live in. No matter what's going on in it, it's still the greatest country in the world.
Yeah, I agree.
So I am very proud that this show is celebrating that.
How do you get people to change the channel? So I'm a Patriots fan, so I'm watching the game. How do you get people to change the channel? Because people are going to hate watch when it's people like Bad Bunny and Green Day.
I think you let people change the channel if they want to. That's the biggest thing here, you know? You know, it's like Charlie Kirk put down his microphone when somebody else was speaking so that he was listening to what they had to say, whether he agreed with it or not. And that was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful thing, and he kept God first, and he kept conversation, dialogue, but like, you know, one side or the other is not anything I'm ever want to be a part of. You know, it's hard to hear some of that stuff, but like I said, if you don't have to try to get people to change the channel. If they want to watch golf one day or watch baseball the next, it should be their decision, you know? Yeah,
I agree with you. Jay-Z took control of the halftime performers back in 2020. It's been all rappers and Eminem perform, but Eminem is very anti-Trump, vocally anti-Trump. I'm just wondering, you know so many country stars. Has a country singer been approached to perform at the Super Bowl over the last 5-6 years that you know of?
Oh, God, not that I know of. I mean,
like, why aren't they asking George Strait, you know, or yourself? I mean, come on.
Well, that's what I think this is. That's what I think this is. It's like, you know what? And honestly, you know, next year there could be 5 halftime Super Bowl shows, you know, and like whatever everybody wants to go watch. But yeah, I agree with you. I haven't heard of Garth Brooks or, you know, George Strait or Alan Jackson or somebody showing up, a country artist doing it. You know, it might be called pop music or the popular music, whatever that may be. But right now, country music is just as popular, and it has been for a while, as any other music in the world. But I'm not sure why they haven't asked, but that's why this show's going on.
I mean, like, where's Amarillo by morning? You know, at the Super Bowl halftime show,
Baby
right?
blue.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I was going to let you go right there. I'm with you. All right, just a quick one. And so Roger Goodell, again, he's been in charge of the NFL for a long time. I think people think the NFL is so big no one could ever impact it because it's this multi-billion-dollar behemoth. Is it time for somebody like Roger Goodell, who's clearly under the control of woke forces, to step aside?
I mean, you know, I can't speak to that like in much of a fashion because, you know, I'm not up there. I'm not with them. It is pretty alarming to see that and to hear that, like the clip that we saw.
Yeah.
But as far as this show goes, you know, I'm just glad to be a part of the show that I'm on. It's hard. I'm not a politician, man. I'm a musician, you know, and I just want to get up there and bring people together. I'm not trying to, my thing is not to take people apart or draw lines. I want to get on the stage and write songs and play songs and make people feel something, feel good, say what I want to say, how I want to say it, and spread love, you know. And so some of the stuff that I've heard does make me ask the same question you are.
Yeah. I think, look, I think they're calling your event the alternative. Lee, I think your event's the main event, and I think a lot of people are gonna change the channel on Sunday. I know I will. Lee Brice, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Thank you.